It how everybody, well, I guess because they were reading it though, and it was the first time, they're probably nervous, but it was just bad. Like, one of the lines was, okay, stop right there, no more cat jokes, please, this is no laughing matter, because everyone's like making these really bad jokes.
Yeah.
But the girl who was saying it, she literally just went, okay, stop right there, no more cat jokes, please, this is no laughing matter. She was literally just reading it word for word out of the script.
You can't insult people though who are doing things.
I know, I mean, I've never done this
Actually, yes,
before.
you
I
can.
never did it, so I admire her confidence, yeah, because I didn't do it. I'm just saying she should have put more effort into it. Like, I would have gone, okay, just stop right there. No more cat jokes, please. This is no laughing matter.
Yeah.
Rather than just reading it word for word, like, okay, stop right there. No more cat jokes.
That kind of have to do with your reading level or your reading
Yeah, whether you
skill.
can read it fast enough to be able to say it, I guess.
Yeah, because I know that there's lots of people who when they read they can't help but read in like a voice that's monotone without their natural flavour to it.
I am Morgan Freeman. You are listening to my voice.
That was nothing like Morgan Freeman, was it?
No, it wasn't. I'm not a good voice impersonator.
We should find the script and act it.
I've got the script.
Oh, can you mail me the script?
How?
Wait, is it on paper?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
We should have two. I don't know where the other one's gone. Some dickhead must have put it down by mistake, but I've got one.
Can you take a picture with your phone and send it to me? So then I can play a part and you can play a part.
This seems weird. It's like the chorus. It's like all different loads of random people. It's so strange. I don't want to do it now because my brother's in the room right next to me and I feel like a dickhead.
Yeah.
But the thing I don't like those, I want to do more serious stuff. Like we all agree, like me and my brother agree, we'd rather do something in front of a camera on set. Because then you can just act normally, can't you? Except you're being filmed, so it doesn't really matter. Whereas if you're actually on stage and there's loads of people just staring at you, then that's what's intimidating and frightening.
There's loads of people staring at you if you work on set as well.
But it doesn't feel as bad though, because imagine if you're just walking down the street and there's a load of people with you acting a scene and there's people filming, you don't really notice it, do you? But if you're stood up on a stage by yourself and there's just like 1,000 people directly staring at you in one big load of rows together, then it's really noticeable, isn't it?
Yeah, but mostly when you're on a stage, especially if you've got lighting, you don't know that there's really a crowd. You can't see because they have lights on you. You forget that there's a crowd and you just get on with what you got to do.
I'm just saying I'd feel much more comfortable acting it on a set rather than on stage.
Might be true. You've not ever acted on a stage or in front of a camera, so I don't know how you know.
It's very bad. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, bad acting. I mean, it's just very immature kind of jokes. That's the problem. It's like a kids kind of thing.
Yeah.
The people there were friendly, but they were all making like really bad like jokes. The thing you'd say to little kids, like full on adult talk.
Maybe we should add some dark humour.
That's what I was thinking. I was just going, I wish this had some more like Wikipedia kind of stuff and all this shit. It's like, oh no, you can't. Oh yes, I can. Oh no, like it does that for ages, and I'm like, this is killing me. Just full on like adult thing talking to little kids, and I'm like, oh god, am I going to be like that in the future?
What, talking to kids like they're stupid?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like all these bad jokes. Like when we were there getting to know each other, we're in like a little circle, and she's like, now you can do things backstage and stuff, and this puts and goes, can I make the tea? And everyone's like, ha 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 ha, and I'm just thinking, you fucking retard.
I think things have to be funny. I think things are funny when they reveal to you something you know to be true but hadn't yet thought about, and it surprises you.
But it's not like that kind of humour isn't funny to me, because it's more like immature kind of jokes, like release, like that you'd say
Why
to a
is it funny? That's the question. I think it's because
Well, I like clever jokes. That's the thing, not something
Yes,
that's plain obvious.
because that's obvious to you. But I think people who laugh at that, that's a surprise to them, a witticism. It's something that they didn't notice before.
No, the reason people are laughing is because they want to feel friendly and make the person who told the joke feel welcome.
Yeah,
Because
but
if
I can
everyone
laugh
just, because if
sincerely at
everyone
that.
did the same as me and just stood there and sat there with a poker face, then it would make him feel so uncomfortable and awkward.
Well, he should be. He told a shit joke. Work better. Work harder.
Yeah, but that's the thing there. They're all friendly, which is why they're all going to laugh at their shit jokes to make everyone feel welcome and not self-conscious. But it was a bad one. I wish people had more. That's the thing. I like clever jokes, like when we're all on TeamSpeak and we're all like insulting each other. I'll go like, "Oh yeah, that's why you do that," and everyone's like, "Wait," because it makes you think, and you made a joke that's relevant to the question,
Yeah.
not just some shit obvious thing.
Yeah.
I could be. I should be a director, just going and ranting to all these people, like giving tutorials. Now you shouldn't be saying that kind of shit thing. You should be this. Yeah, this needs much more dark humor in this script.
It's Puss in Boots.
Yeah,
How is that? What's the story? I've not seen the film.
I don't know.
Is
Puss in Boots. I haven't seen the film either.
it from the film?
I don't know. All I've got is a script here that says Puss in Boots and a load of scripts and lines.
Have you been told about a character you might want to play?
No, they just said go home, read the script, and think about which character. There's only like 8 characters. So like, which one would you like to play? Then rehearse, and then we'll audition next week, and whoever's the best, then you get the role.
You've got
So,
to be like a character actor. You go in, you are
yeah,
that character.
that's what I was thinking doing for my acting interview when I went to college a few weeks ago. Just like dressing up and coming in as the Joker. Why so serious?
Yeah.
And they just like get out.
Then you kill someone.
I'm full on committed to the role, like I go in with like wielding a knife and a gun,
Yeah.
just murdering everyone in my path. Like I'm full on committed to this.
If you don't give me the role, I'm going to prison.
Totally worth it.
Cover up these bodies, please.
And they're like, and on the news it's like he may have massacred 20 people, but damn, he was a good actor and committed to his role. We need more people like him with his dedication.
Probably we need
Pippa.
less people like him, like you. Less people do that.
Is that pronounced Pippa? Pipa?
I
Piper?
don't know what
I think
you're
it's
talking
Piper.
about.
Pippa.
Are you
Pippa?
talking about that lawsuit thing?
No, there's a character called Piper.
Pippa.
Pippa?
Well, Pippa's a name, common name.
Well, I'd really like to get married to Princess Pippa. She's gorgeous. We've never met, but I've heard she's really nice. Yep, I want to marry the princess.
Is that the line?
Yeah. Script.
It's so much funnier the way that you read things. Like you're reading the script. Ironically, that's the only way to read it. Yep. Oh,
She's
looks like I
gorgeous,
want to
Pip.
marry the princess. Pippa. Yes. I've never met her, but she is gorgeous.
Those are the words.
Oh, send me the script. I want to read. Take a picture of it and send me the front page.
No, auntie, I want to get married for love and happiness.
And then you just cut in like nobody knows what's going on. You're like, what the fuck are these other lines? And you're like, nobody marries, nobody understands love. It doesn't exist.
I just throw it on the floor. I'm not reading this crap.
What is this ball?
This is so bad.
My dead grandma could write a script better than this.
No, auntie, I want to get married for love and happiness. Oh, I can't pull a straight face and say that. It's her body I want.
I've been going out with my girlfriend for sex.
What else did you expect?
Now, they're actually funny jokes. Well, of course, jokes are only funny for the first time. And It's so predictable, these lines. Who
I
the fuck
know.
wants to watch that?
It's like this isn't intelligent at all. This is just full on like that's funny. I'm
It's
amused.
just telling children what they already know and
That's the
what they're
thing. It
already
better be for
taught to
children.
believe.
If there was some sad, pathetic adult watching this, I'd be like, just at the beginning, I'm ashamed of you people. You're pathetic. You find this amusing?
Yeah. Imagine if it was to like a all adult audience. You have to be 18 to get in.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like such an idiot. Just and there's like all these ridiculously fit supermodels just right in the audience, and there's
What?
me. Oh no, you can't.
Oh my God. You need to write your own play.
Maybe I
What?
will, and we'll have our own songs in it.
Clarinet,
Clarinet.
clarinet. Ah, the
I will
clarinet.
write a play.
What
What shall we call
characters?
it?
You got to have a story first.
We've got to have the rapist, of course.
I'll give you a theme. You have to write a play about it.
The guy. We need to have a lot of dark humor in this.
That's up to you. All I do is I give you a title or something. You got to write a story about it
Okay.
involving 3 characters or something like that. It's
Okay
like,
then.
there's these things online when you spin like different criteria, and so it's like haunted house in the 50s, 3 characters. Then you got to do like
I'd make
this
that a
middle,
comedy.
this ending, this beginning.
I'd so make that into a comedy. Like all these like guys walking around and they're just like one dressing up in the night suit, just scaring all the people and everything. Like, whoa, it's like, oh, it's just you. Quit
Oh,
fooling around. And then there's a classic scene where you're like, Dave, stop fooling around, and it's actually a real ghost, and they just think it's the friend messing around because he's done it before. And then,
yeah.
like, oh. And then you're like, it's a ghost. Then they do the Scooby Doo running through all the hallways and the doors. They keep coming out different doors of different people in different outfits.
I went to see a theatre production whilst I was in Keswick, and it's the first time I've ever been to a theatre to watch actual acting on a stage, and it was a comedy, so it wasn't exactly designed to be um, expanding the horizons of the intellect, but it was still witty and adult and had references in it that were above, say, what you'd get in a film. And yeah, it's the first time I ever saw anything like that. I found that thing. It's a story to generate in the following category: modern. Generate. This is a political story with a strong theme of man versus his inner demons. The story is about a zoologist, a garbage man, a stupid secretary, and a compassionate mercenary. It takes place in a survivalist camp. The story begins with a conversion and ends with an inheritance. Go.
What?
Brilliant.
So...
Is that the line of the first character? That must be the garbage man.
You mean you're filming? No, I was just looking at the script for a moment. Sorry. I
Should
thought you were,
generate another.
I thought you were talking about the play that you went to go see. I didn't realize you were making a set for me. Can you say it again, please?
Here's another one. The story is about a broadcaster who is constantly annoyed by a park ranger. It takes place in a port city. The story begins with a performance and ends with somebody going to sleep.
Sounds shit. Give me another one.
Okay. This is a comedy.
Brilliant.
The story is about a humble official from a big family.
A what?
Official.
Doing what? What does he do?
He's just an official.
What does an official do?
I guess it must mean some sort of member of the government or a representative in some way. Somebody who works for the government, I guess. It starts
Come to
in
fuck me again.
Osaka. The story begins with a service. Let's generate again.
These are awful ideas.
This is a story about the dangers of obsession. The story is about a sloppy plumber. That's quite funny in itself. Who
Are
was
you?
constantly
Is this off
opposing.
the top of your mind, or are you reading this from somewhere?
I'm reading this. The story is about a sloppy plumber who is constantly opposing a comic. It starts in a village in Egypt. The crux of the story involves somebody getting a new hairstyle.
What?
How the fuck could you do that?
There's a plumber in Egypt talking about somebody getting a new hairstyle.
Yeah.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that?
This story
This is the stuff. This is the relevant everyday stuff that people can relate to.
is about an unstable surgeon and a hero who has a mysterious admirer. An acrobatic archaeologist. Oh, whoa. This sounds interesting. Let me read that again. The story is about an unstable surgeon and a hero who has a mysterious admirer, an acrobatic archaeologist. It starts in a condominium. Right.
It's a condominium.
That has the word condom in. I'm too uncultured to understand what that is. In a small city, the story begins with a holiday preparation. Climaxes. Sorry. Let me carry on.
Oh, he's done it again.
It's just condom and climax are in the same. Forgive me.
That's like the whole play. The audience is just laughing for a solid hour. That's the end.
Climaxes with an inheritance and ends with somebody borrowing money. So let me see what a condominium is.
Can you give me the link to this thing? Because it's a bit hard to visualize this just from what you're saying.
I think this is it.
This isn't how it really works in real life. It's not like they go, okay, we've got this guy. He dresses up as a bat and he goes around fighting crime. Go. Then they're all expected to just instantly reenact the film.
Oops. I should
I'm
have done
Batman.
that. Wait there.
What is this? Seventh Sanctum.
Just give me a sec.
Humor, darkness, and evil. Ooh, that sounds interesting. You need to walk on the dark side in your creative efforts. Fuck you. What do I have to do? Click on the names for the ones I want to do.
Wait, no, I'd sent you the wrong link. There you go.
Ah, nicely done.
I like that one about the unstable surgeon with an acrobatic archaeologist. Wait, an acrobatic archaeologist? Isn't that Laura
What have you
Croft?
sent me? You sent me story generator.
Yeah, it generates stories.
Oh,
Thought we'd be
take it
able to
these
work
are all
that out.
copyrited.
No, it's to
What does
get
it
you
mean?
to write about something.
What does it mean? Stories to generate?
How many different types of stories do you want to generate?
Well, why not just as many as possible so we can look at the selection?
Yeah.
Stupid ass. Science fiction. Let's go for that. Print results. Why would I want to print them? I want to look at them first before I print them.
Do you print those results straight to my printer? Please.
I don't even know what these things are.
Read some out.
This is a comedy / drama. The story is about a persistent car salesman and xenobiologist. I don't even know what these are. And a secret agent, as you do. Car salesman, secret agents. What more could you want? It starts in the large nation on war-torn planets. The story climaxes with research being done. The creation, Mr. Space, of artificial life plays a major role in the story. Sounds shit.
Next.
Stories about a botanist. I don't know what these things are. What's a botanist?
It's a botanist.
Botanists are cool. The story is about first contacted specialist with a sports figure. It starts on a water-torn planet, and the story climaxes with a party. What does that mean?
You start off the story on a war-torn planet, and when you get to the climax of the story, the point which is the best part, the most action, it has to be
So there's a party
whatever it
going
said.
on in a war-torn planet, and I'm a sports-figured guy.
Yes.
And you don't see anything wrong with this?
Next.
This is a pure action story. The story is about a medical technician. It takes place on a small nation on a barren planet. The story begins with someone making life-changing decisions and ends with a surrender. The fact that space may be the last frontier is a major part of this story. I don't know what any of this means. I'm trying to visualize this in my head and I can't quite get my head around it.
Do another.
The story is about a forceful chemical engineer who's obsessed with the pharmacist. It starts with a planetary empire in a solar. Oh, I don't. These are so. Fuck this. Fuck
Why?
the science fiction.
That seems
Fuck off.
completely superfluous.
This doesn't make any sense to me. Let's go for modern. What modern things are there in these stories?
I did modern.
Something that every day happens. This story is about 6 tolerant plumbers. It starts in a health spa in a village. The story begins with making of a meal and ends with violence. Tradition versus modernity. Modernity plays a major part in the story. Again, I don't know what some of these words mean, which is awkward. Ooh, here we go. This is an epic drama. Epic.
Borderlands?
No, Chris.
I don't play it anymore.
Too tired tonight.
Fuck off, Chris.
Yesterday as well.
I had to get up early.
Yeah.
And now I'm too
And then
tired.
You play and still stayed up for like 5 hours.
Yes, but that time that I rested, I would have been set back another Borderlands timescale. Borderlands is a measurement of time, which means a lot.
Here we go. I've got the story of your life.
Watch this. You want to play Borderlands?
I'm not watching that.
This could be your life story,
You're already
Marcus.
on your first step towards Borderlands.
No.
Borderlands. You know you want to play it with me.
Oh.
Marcus,
Yes.
this is an epic drama story. The story is about a video game programmer who suffers from a chronic disease. Cancer in the asshole. It takes place in a computer store in a small city. The story climaxes with an adoration. What does adoration mean? I'm assuming it means love something.
Adoration.
Adoration?
Yeah.
I thought it was pronounced adoration. Like sounds like you adore something.
It comes from obviously the same thing, I suspect, but it's pronounced slightly differently in our language,
Adoration.
in our dialect.
So there's a video game programmer who's got a chronic disease. Chronic means it gets worse over time, doesn't it? Or it's fatal.
That would be a fatal disease, I would think. Chronic
So he's got AIDS.
means probably really painful.
So he's got anal. No, not anal. He's got AIDS.
I'm sorry. The test came back positive. Got anal.
Well, it's pretty painful as well, I guess. I wouldn't know.
Persisting for a long time or constantly recurring. Oh, chronic. Of course.
I thought chronic meant severe. Like, say if you got like chronic indigestion.
Chronic is similar to Kronos. Kronos
The Chronicles of
means time.
Narnia.
Clock sounds like Kronos, looks like it. Probably came from it. Yeah, Kronos, I think, is Latin for time.
So what's this game programmer got? What kind of horrible disease shall we give him?
Don't pick an obvious one. Pick something that you can learn something about. If you were hypothetically writing this story, then you could teach people something.
He's something that people don't know. How about he's got delayed emptying of the stomach?
Yeah. Yeah, you could have that. At least you can write about it.
No, Ren, based on a true story.
He feels really sick sometimes.
And then he climaxes at the end.
No, he doesn't climax. The story climaxes.
Nice. My act was so good, the whole story climaxed.
Yeah.
Everybody in the audience.
What's free-for-all category? This is a tale about the need for caution in a dangerous world. The story is about a biologist and a nurse. It starts in a television studio. The story begins with a religious ceremony and ends with a death. A sudden increase in dangerous monsters is a major plot element. This is a story about trust. The story is about a pundit. It starts in a small nation in an intergalactic commonwealth, of course it does. The story begins with the discovery of a long-lost friend, climaxes with someone visiting a doctor, and ends with a critical injury. National security plays a major part in this story. The story is a time traveller who has a crush on a homely hacker.
A what?
I don't know. It takes, I think homely means it's like a compliment, like pretty.
Not very often you get sexy hackers.
Oh no, it means unattractive.
Well, there goes my fantasies.
Simple but cozy and comfortable, as in one's own home, but of a person it means unattractive in appearance.
Story of my life. He falls in love with an unattractive hacker. Oh, baby, I love when those fat fingers press down on the keyboard. Oh, I love it when you accidentally press two at the same time because your fingers are so fat.
Could be a man. The time traveler
Could be two gay people.
should be
Brilliant
could
thinking,
be a
Marcus.
woman. They might not be gay, but they could
Let's
still
make it
fall in love.
Fat gay romance story.
It's like Brokeback Mountain, the hacker version.
I've never seen Brokeback Mountain. Isn't that's I heard that's got Heath Ledger in it. The guy who played Joker, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, he plays a gay person?
I think, yeah, that's the name of the character. Gay person 1, gay person 2.
I love you, gay person 2.
Right back at you.
Gay person 1, I love you too. It's just I just wanted to be together and become gay person 3.
Right. You've not understood. How that?
The story is about a football player. It starts in Amsterdam. The role of technology in the modern world plays a major part in the story. Yeah, I can see technology relating a lot about a football player, can't you?
Maybe he uses technology to improve his game.
There's like a flying device inside the football that makes it float into the goal.
Takes place in a hospital.
If I knew something about football, I'd probably make a joke about a really shit player like needing that technology.
Yeah. But of course, not.
We'll let someone in the comments section deal with that.
No. Stop assuming these things are going on YouTube.
He goes to kick the ball. Nobody knows the score because nobody cares. All of a sudden, he scores, and then, thanks to technology, the scoreboard keeps score, and then they all realise what the score is. Dun dun dun!
The thing that bothers me about football is that they don't use like a third umpire or Hawkeye thing to decide whether things are fouls or not, when just because they want it to be the same game played in every pitch regardless. Well, that sounds like bullshit to me. Because it's annoying. They're just trying to preserve something for the sake of preserving. Anyway, that's a banal point. Just taking my trousers off. There we go.
This is not the time, Marcus.
Shut up, gay person 2.
Oh, come get me, gay person 1. Let's make a gay person 3.
Well, that's going to take a lot of work.
It's okay, we'll find a way. This story is about a priest. It starts in a synagogue. God, I was going to say something so stupid just a moment ago. I was going to say synagogue.
I've thought.
In
You know,
Vancouver.
if you're two men in a relationship and you want to have a child, but you have it via like where you um another woman is
Yeah.
like a donor,
Surrogate.
surrogate mother. Do you think that they both provide a sample and like mix them together and shake it up?
I think
So
so.
it's
That
like random chance. It could be either of theirs.
the only reason I know this is because it was in an America's episode of American Dad when the two gay couple they want to have a baby and then Francine becomes the surrogate and they said they get two sperms, they get two sperm DNA, mix them together, and then God willing it will they're placed in the surrogate.
Hmm.
Should be interesting. Unless it just comes out like a mutant, it's like it looks like Two-Face.
No, because only one sperm makes it into the egg.
We're doing that in genetic engineering in college at the moment, like cells and reproduction, mitosis and meiosis, plant and human reproduction.
So
Cells.
mitosis is the separation of cells, is that right?
Yeah, the duplication of one cell, where it's only one parent DNA, like in plants, where it can replicate with just one cell. And meiosis is where you need two parents, like with the sperm and the egg, to replicate.
Ah.
It's quite interesting stuff, actually.
Well, we have mitosis in our own cells, I think, because cell replication requires
Yeah, we
that.
do. It was just that was for sex cells, I mean, but we do have mitosis in our cells for like growth, like with. See if you get a cut on your arm, then you have mitosis, where the cells replicate to heal the wound.
Yeah.
Just copying. I'm just going to say what my teacher said and try and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about.
That's half the battle.
And half the battle is knowing. No, 8.
You don't have to be an expert. You only have to be an expert in sounding like an expert.
Yes.
I think Voltaire might have said that, or no.
Just pretend you know what you're saying.
Yeah, see, I'm pretending I know who said that. But now I'm going to look that up.
Quite good though, all this stuff. I'm going to be doing a practical soon. I'm going to be making sulfur crystals. Copper sulfate crystals.
Copper sulfate.
Yeah, our teacher's kind of annoying though. She used to teach primary school, so now she acts like we're all kids all the time. It's really irritating.
I hate people who talk to kids like children.
I know. She's like
Fucking idiots they all are.
We're doing what's it called? References, balancing equations. That was it. And she keeps coming up to me all the time, like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's foreign as well, so she's quite hard to understand sometimes. And Ian, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just doing my work like everyone else. When by everyone else, I mean all 4 of us in the class. And she's just keeps coming up to me all the time and saying, "Are you alright?" I'm thinking, does she think I'm a special needs kid or something? Why does she keep coming up to me and asking if I'm fine? Either that or she has a crush on me and she's trying to get to know me better. Either way, it's not working. I feel like a full-on read. Do you know what we were doing the other day? It just blew my mind so much. She was telling us to make posters on our practicals. Oh god, and she had like all the scissors and the glue and everything, and I'm like, we're fucking 18 and 19 years old, and I didn't say this to her, but we're all 18 and 19 years old, and we're cutting and pasting and sticking and making posters. Oh, she told us the week before to go away, go on Google, whatever, Wikipedia, just do our research on the practical that we were going to do. Like, find out the method, the equipment and everything we needed to do, right? So then I did it, and when we got to the class, she gave us all handouts for our practicals that we said we were going to do, which had all the method and everything on it. And I said, well, why did we have to go and research if you're giving us the method and everything right now? She said, so you can understand it for yourself. And I was like, well, but it's right here in front of me. And she said, yeah, but now you can compare what you researched, what you would have done, and what you actually need to do. And I'm like, fine. And then she says, okay, now you need to do your posters. I'm like, what do we need to do? And I said, write up everything on the method. And I'm saying to her, like, why? Because there's a piece of paper right next to me with the method, the equipment, and everything I need to do. So I said, why do I need to write everything right next to me on a big piece of paper and make it all colourful and pretty? And she said, to help you remember it, so you know what to do. And I'm like, what?
I think Einstein said never
So,
remember
not talk
anything.
as loudly, please.
alright. Fucking hell. Brilliant.
Fucking hell, Ian.
That's why I want to move out. I have to be quiet now. But she was just making us just do these stupid ass posters like we were in primary school. And she's just going like, it will help you remember, and for when you do the practical. And I said, why do I need to remember this or write it on a big poster when it's right next to me, the method and what to do?
Yeah. This is evidence of schools still being in the 18th century mentality that they were formed in, I think. I think it's 18th century, might be 17th, I don't know. Or even 19th century.
Oh, it just blew my mind. I just kept saying to her, why do I need to write up the method and everything on this big poster when it's right next to me and it's all written already? And she just kept saying to me, it helps you learn. Like, no, it doesn't.
It helps you remember one thing. That doesn't help you understand.
I don't need to remember it though. I'm only going to do this experiment for one lesson throughout my entire life, and I'm never going to do it again. So why do I need to memorize it?
You shouldn't be memorizing. That's the stupid way. What we should be doing is gaining experience and learning the patterns of what it is that you would be doing. One of those ways is to do things by repetition, but it's just not applicable. You see, there's no reason to know anything you can look up now, especially with the internet. You can just find out absolutely anything, especially that's factually based. But schools still insist you've got to memorize a bunch of stuff. It's all bullshit, though. You don't need to memorize anything. Everybody looks everything up. Not necessary. And anybody who knows anything knows that it's completely irrelevant. But
I don't even see why I had to do this
schools
anyway.
are behind.
I mean, when on earth would I make copper sulfate crystals when I'm doing forensics?
Well, I don't think you should discount the value of knowing how to do the experiment, because there's value in that. But for her just to say you need to memorize this without explanation, and the way to do that is just to write it out several times, that's just simplistic.
Yeah, she treats us like I've only I did it for 2 hours and already I'm sick of that. Treats us
What?
all like little kids.
This maths thing is over 2 hours.
Maths?
When you said she keeps coming up and saying, "Do you need help with your maths?" That's
Maths? No, I was talking about balancing equations.
right.
This is for
Maths, isn't it?
No, this is scientific
Chemistry.
practical techniques. This is all our practical stuff for forensics, our experiments and lab stuff.
Mm.
You know, formulas and equations and stuff for our.
Does like maths?
Well, it does kind of, but it's but we don't do that in maths. We're doing all our formulas and things. You know the chemicals and stuff, all their names like copper sulfate, and then you'll get the symbols on the periodic table for copper sulfate. Then you have to balance the equations out and all that kind of stuff.
I never understood how to do that.
Well, it's quite. I didn't either, but it takes about 5 minutes to learn. To be fair, it's really easy.
How does it work?
Well, I can't really explain it. I need to show you an example, but it's dead easy though. It'll just be like, say there'll be C, what's a good one? Let's just say there's hydrogen and oxygen, so HO and say two potassium. So on the left side it's like say 2 oxygen, 1 hydrogen, 3 potassium. And on the right side it's 3 oxygen, 3 hydrogen, and one potassium. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. This is weird. But basically, you just have to write numbers so that they match on both sides.
How do you write numbers?
Easy. So say if there's like 1 hydrogen on the left side and there's 3 hydrogen on the right side, all you need to do is put a 3 next to the hydrogen on the left side, so that way there's 3 hydrogens on both sides. That's all you have to do.
But you just change the number.
Yeah.
How
You
is
get
that
it is a bit
a
more
skill?
complex than what I'm making it. It is more complex than what I'm making it sound like, to be fair. But it is quite easy when you know what to do, unless you're doing probably a really difficult one. But it's just trial and error. Trial and error.
But I don't understand what it's representing. That you've got a substance and it's equal to another substance, a solution of atoms, of
I
elements.
think it's probably to do with identifying chemicals and compounds. Like if you get an unknown substance, and then you have to check, and then when you do practicals, you check what's actually in it, and then from that you'll be able to work out what ingredients actually has in the substance and solutions.
Ah, right. So taking things away, subtracting, you work out what you've got left, maybe.
Probably, yeah, distillation.
The problem is that chemists have given everything fucking stupid names and never renamed them, and every branch of science calls things the exact same thing from different perspectives. So it's so confusing. Like potassium sulfate or sodium uh, oxide or monoxide, all these different endings, but they're like simple verbal ways to represent what it is that's happening structurally. Because if they've got like 2 bonds or 3 bonds, or you call them different things, but if they've got weird random patterns, there's just no word to describe it. So you get these super long um, names like poly, like tribunopolyethenochagridate, and they just go on because you have to describe it in that language, and they've just never revised it. It makes no sense. It's stupid. They should just be saying it shouldn't be words. It should just be two hydrogen linked. It should just be a freaking picture. It's stupid.
Yeah, they just have to make things. I wish I was like back in school like 50 years ago when things were so easy back then. I mean, I don't get why they keep challenging us so much. I mean, if you compare it to what work they used to probably do back in the day, they never did anything this complex, did they? But now the pushing is so hard to become so intelligent, and then
It's,
those who aren't capable of it end up in McDonald's.
well, those who weren't capable of it before went to the workhouse, so
Mm.
I guess it's
Physical labour.
better time now. But I don't think people should be pushed as hard, but that the quality level should still be the same. It should be we know all this shit. That's why it requires a different approach to teaching, because we do know more things and there is more stuff to know. And there's better ways of teaching it now. But we still teach it in this way, which goes, you've got to know, you've got 1 year, we're cramming all this shit in, and if you don't know it, we'll just give you a lower grade. But
Mm.
they, you know that grades don't mean anything. They're just a separation of how good people remember in that year, because the amount of A's you get.
How much can you cram into all your brain for one test and then forget it all the next few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, that's the method. I mean, that's what they're really testing, of course. But the way that they distribute levels is they just say they do a bell curve and they say we need 15% of people to get A's, so we just give the top 15% A's, and we look at the score, what the top 15% get, and if all of them got over 70, we say that's what you need to get an A. So they completely reverse engineer what it means to get a grade. So grades are meaningless. They're relative. They're not absolute. They don't tell you what you know. They tell you how good you are compared to those people in 1 year in time for one subject in one country. It's absolutely ridiculous. What we need is a curriculum that says this is all the stuff that we know about. You only get to say you've done once you know it all and once you prove to somebody who wrote the curriculum that you know it. Takes more time, but you've got your whole life to do it. It doesn't matter as long as you show you're trying. You don't need people who know things anyway. You only need people who think in the right way to discover the things they need to when they need to. So school's fucking useless. It's not useless, I should say that.
Yeah.
Frustratingly unmodifying. old. So,
These things are so
awake.
strange. I don't. Who comes up with these weird ass stories? Oh, Lodger's coming out. No, not Lodger. Looper is coming out soon.
Oh
This
yeah.
Friday, I think. Remember Looper?
Yeah, well,
Time
I remember the
traveling block.
picture. Who does it have in it on the left? Is it Bruce Willis?
How do I know what that is? The guy from who's going to play Robin in Batman.
Oh, does it? Yeah, he's on the right.
Is that me or you?
I'm talking about that cardboard cutout that was in the corner house.
What's an MPA?
In what context?
Someone just messaged me on Facebook. Want to join an MPA with us? Is it like a riot or something?
Member of Parliament aggressive.
What?
Don't know.
MPA? Let's Google it.
Define MPA.
I don't know.
Computer, define MPA.
Like you said, we can just go online. What is? You just randomly come out of the blue. Want to join an MPA? What is it? It sounds like a rally to me.
It's Master of Public Administration, of course. Or alternatively, the Master
Photographers
Republic
Association. Well, I think it'd be kind of weird if someone just came out of the blue on Facebook and said, "Do you want to become a Master Photographers Association?" Music Publishers Association, Manchester Publicity Association, Minimal Products Association. What the fuck's an MPA?
No, what he means is the megapascal.
What?
The Pascal is the derived unit of pressure, internal pressure, stress, Young's modulus, and tensile strength, named after the French mathematician, physicist, inventor, writer, and philosopher Blaise Pascal.
Oh.
It is a measure of force per unit area defined as 1 Newton per square meter, and if you have lots of pascals, you can go up to a hectopascal, but if you've got more, you can go kilopascal and then megapascal. And that's what he means.
Of course, why didn't I think of that?
Captain, there's 5 megapascals in the engine.
1.21 gigawatts.
It's gonna blow!
Sexy and I know it, and I'm not afraid to show it.
Why don't you just ask this person what an MPA is?
Good point, I didn't think of that. Because I don't really want to talk to him anyway.
Oh, ask them.
I don't want to encourage it.
Ask. I want to know the answer.
Alright then.
You say Marcus wants to know the answer.
Who the fuck's Marcus then? Probably gonna like facepalm or something.
So what?
So what? Am I bothered?
Indeed.
Seventh Sanctum, let's see. The story is about a crippled Beastmaster. What's a Beastmaster? Is that some Pokemon thing?
It's the Master of Beast.
Who is mysteriously connected to a demonologist. It starts in a tavern. I love the word tavern. The story ends with a promotion. A magical artifact plays an important role. What's a delver? I don't know what these words are. The story is about an experienced dungeon delver. I don't know what. What's a delver?
Oh my god. That sounds like somebody who just goes down on a woman, a dungeon delver.
Right before he gets to the fuckerite.
The fuckerite. Dungeon delver, yeah. I've got to use that as an insult. No, it shouldn't be an insult. But it just sounds insulting.
Come on, love, get down to the dungeon delver.
No, you've misused it.
What context name can we use it in?
Oh, I didn't know you was a dungeon delver. That's what you say.
I haven't been a dungeon delver in a while. Since we had the kids.
What's this? What was you about to say? Oh yeah. What's a dungeon delver?
Dungeon Delver. You guys want to be a Dungeon Delver?
It's like a less glamorous version of a Tomb Raider.
That's the next one. The story is about a tomb robber. It takes
How
place
predictable.
in a barren empire. The story begins in a spiritual experience. Oh fuck! It's not going to be about God, is it?
What? How more exciting could this story be? It begins in a barren empire.
With a spiritual experience, and may God be with us, Father, and before us. It climaxes with trouble. Nice, gets jiggy.
With travel.
Ends with a pleasant surprise, right all over her face. Monsters on a rampage play a major part in the story.
Oh, monsters on a rampage.
This
How
is a
boring.
horror/drama. The story is about a prophet who is married to a funny weapons master. Why is he so funny? Is he like one of those weapon masters? He like sells a guillotine, pretends to cut off his own hand. He's like, it's not. I didn't really do it.
No, because he's not really. He doesn't make any weapons.
What's a funny weapon master then? Are they all like
It's some-
props or something?
No, yeah, he makes funny weapons, but he's master, right? Like
It's like
just
a shotgun that fires silly string.
no, more like a rifle. Just but instead of a barrel, it just has a slinky on the end.
What kind of prophet decides to marry one of these kind of people? The story is about an almighty prophet who everyone has foretold of, who is married to a guy who fires slinkies out of a rifle.
Yep.
It takes place in a dying country on an icy world that has forgotten all its magical past.
or prevented from doing
The
that.
story ends with a delusion. A powerful Grimoire plays an important role. I don't know, what the fuck is this shit? I don't know what any of these words mean.
Keep
Let's put in a random category. This is a tale about man versus nature. Oh yeah, we're gonna reenact Bear Grylls.
Now piss in my mouth.
Stories about a bartender, a talk show host, a nuclear engineer, and a teacher who constantly annoyed by a ruthless midwife. I don't want to go home. The wife's nagging me. She wants me a dungeon delver tonight. It starts in an outpost. The threat of terrorism plays on a major part. A bartender, a talk show host, a nuclear engineer, and a teacher. This is a tale of personal transformation. The story is about a short-tempered leader. Sounds familiar. It starts in a galaxy-spanning theocracy or something.
God, always making shit up.
The story is about a demonologist who is constantly opposed as bigoted gladiator. Fuck it. The story is about a chief starship. Fuck it. The story is about a watchman, an intimate hero, an absent-minded beast. Fuck it. This is a tale about
What's a
rage.
beast? Fuck it.
He's a beast. Fuck it.
Is that like a chicken bucket or something like that?
A
beast
chicken
bucket.
What's a chicken bucket?
A bucket with chicken in it.
Yep. It's about a hero who goes to KFC in his free time. Just imagine Thor sat there in KFC. The story's about Next one. The story is about a policeman that takes place in an outpost. The story begins with theft and ends with an accident while travelling. Traditional versus modernity plays a major part in the story. Wow, these are awful. This story is about a righteous fortune teller, a druid, a wizard, and a spy. This could be interesting. It takes place in Metropolis. The effects of magical races on business is a major part of the story. We could just ask Asher and Michaela to come on TeamSpeak and just tell them about the World of Warcraft Day, and this will be our story.
A magical dwarf, make made it hard for somebody to sell weapons because they were all out of funny weapons, so he killed them all.
I don't know what you're on, Marcus, but can I have some of it, please?
On my bed.
Can I have some of it, please?
Nope, you'll
Just
never
send
have.
it to me.
You will never own my bed.
It's got your scent in it. I will get that bed, Marcus. I guarantee you. I will do things to that bed you won't even imagine. Anyway,
What
the
would
story's about a forceful dungeon delver.
forceful? I think you have to be forceful. It's a prerequisite.
You have to be brave to be a dungeon delver.
Brave knight. It seems like nighttime.
It is nighttime.
Never
was-
mind.
Who was once married to a confident prince. Oh, so it's a woman, I see. The woman's the dungeon delver.
Interesting.
Nice. I
The
could get into
story
this.
evolves.
Ooh. It
It's
starts.
grabbed our attention.
It starts in a galaxy of magic.
Oh, of course it does. It's lost me.
It sounds like it's just written like the first half is written by some really clever director, then the next half it's written by some 10-year-old kid. Now, come on, kids, where can this battle take place? How about in a galaxy of magic? Brilliant. Write that down.
In the Thorbollocks galaxy, 4 billion light years north.
In the tree planet.
The planet with trees that look just like Earth trees, but they're everywhere. People always just imagine shit that looks just like what we already have. I mean, it's utterly incapable of coming up with anything else.
I know, you go to a planet on a film, you go to different planets, there's always like trees and plants and some sort of human-shaped alien.
Yeah.
Buildings and everything.
Well, people have imagined what other life forms
What?
would be like on planets such as
Fuckatron?
not Mars, but one of the gaseous planets.
Jupiter.
Yeah, I think it might have been Jupiter. Jupiter's gassy atmosphere, I think. But
Pretty infested with cows.
no, not the methane. No. Well, they imagine sort of jellyfish sort of things floating through the gas, and
As you do.
changes what would be useful. So you'd evolve something different, but most sci-fi things are just so loosely conceived in terms of the enemies.
This is a tale about a man's need for challenge. The story is about a linguist who is engaged in a virtual reality programmer. Oh, fuck. What? Who comes up with this? Why aren't any of these stories good, like Batman? Why doesn't it say this story is about a kid whose parents are murdered and he takes on the role of becoming the world's best vigilante, the symbol the town needs to save the symbol the need to save a city without hope that only one man can save. Why can't they think of stories like that? Instead it's like the dungeon delver falling in love with some fucking wizard. This story's about a striking cab driver. A striking one.
Who's he striking?
An unbalanced comic.
How does he ever get a fare? Oh, less of that, mate. I'm not getting in here. I'm not
An
getting
unbalanced comic. Does that mean it's like tilted to the side or something? It's not balanced. Ah.
All of his act is about one area of interest. He hasn't got anything else.
This is This is an epic about. How can it be an epic? Does it mean this is an epic story about, not this is an epic about?
There's don't know the names of different classes of words, but there's a way to say an epic. Like you might say this is a drama or a story, or I guess that's a noun. Then an epic is a type of story. So a story where you do lots of epic shit, basically. You go around traveling and
There we go.
find things.
This story's about a gym teacher who's obsessed with a bookstore owner. It starts in an airplane. The role of religion is a major plot.
Why is it always the role of religions coming into these? Starts an airplane though. Sounds like the start of that Batman
Hi,
film.
it's nice to meet you. Where are you flying to today?
Hmm. I've got a bomb! The role of religion has played its part again.
Shoe bomb. Throw it goes.
Shoe bomb, go. I choose you. Just froze it. You've
Have
got
you
to
done
make
that
fun of
before,
these
then?
fuckers.
This isn't real life, is it? Someone's like asked you where you going, and you just sit there like thinking for ages. I don't know. Where am I? Well, actually, that'd be kind of stupid if you were on a plane with someone and you asked them where you were going. Where do you think I'm going? There's the same place as you.
Oh, actually, this is my stop. Whoa, goodbye!
James Bond style. Da-da. If you open the emergency door, if when you're in the middle of flying, will that suck everybody out the plane?
Yes.
Brilliant. I'll have to try that sometime. I don't get why no one says that. I mean, in the instructional video, it says if there's an emergency, open the emergency escape door, and then there'll be the like inflatable slide will come out and everything.
Not in midair.
It doesn't
It's
say
not as the
anything.
slide goes down to the ground and you're trailing off the back. Riding it down the 30,000 feet slide that you would need. And you land in the water, still travelling at some 300 miles an hour or something.
Oh, you get major burns on your ass.
Yep.
Just sliding down that. There'd be nothing left of you by the time you got down to the bottom.
Oh, it would be fun though.
You just see like the top of your scalp just left at the end, just a huge blood trail.
Like some cheese that you've grated a bit too much. You're getting down to that bit where you're starting to grate your own fingers.
Yeah, I've done that once with Lego. Me and one of my friends, we got like these two little Lego men, and we were just going down the hill on some skateboards, grinding its head against the floor, as you
Oh,
do. And like half its head's just been slanted off.
mm.
But no one ever says in the instructional emergency video, please do not open the emergency doors while the plane's flying or you'll kill us all.
Yeah. I've always wondered about that. I think
What
they
does this do?
probably lock the doors whilst you're in flight.
Who do you think's actually ever done that? Just opened it. What does this thing do? Like a little kid.
Yeah, probably.
Mommy, can I pull the... Everyone just gets sucked out instantly.
Well, only for I think only for a small amount of time would people get sucked out. Then the air pressure would equalise and just you wouldn't be able to breathe. Because the sucking out would be because the air's all rushing out through the door because you've got a lot of air inside your metal tube of an aeroplane, but not much outside at that altitude. So it all really wants to get out. But once it's out, there's nothing to pull you out along with it. So you just sit there choking to death. Because there's no air left.
That never happened in this Superman film. He doesn't just catch the plane at the very end, and then at the bottom he lands it. He's like, "Oh shit, everyone's dead." Or is everybody okay? Oh,
Shouldn't they have those masks on though?
What? Oh yeah. We might be in a bit of a panic to put it on anyway. Is it true that apparently it's filled with like full on oxygen, so it makes you high or something, so you don't panic? I heard a rumor from that somewhere.
I don't know the contents of those masks, no. But it
You wouldn't
seems.
say that if you were in an airplane crash.
Yes, I would.
We're going to crash into the ground at 500 miles an hour. Put on your air mask, that'll protect you. That way you'll be alive just long enough to see you crash into the ground.
You don't have to crash into the ground. You can land crash landing. Doesn't work all the time.
This is your captain speaking. We're going for a crash landing. Brace for impact. Say your prayers. Everyone just conveniently converts to Christianity at the last second just to make sure they get into heaven if there is one.
Nope. Nope. I would not do that.
I'd probably just be the plane's crash. I'd probably just be sat there playing solitaire on my phone.
Even in the last dying seconds, you still choose a game that's a single player. Don't involve any of you lot.
I might just go on TeamSpeak. And you're all just like, Ian, what's that background noise? Nothing, just some screaming passengers.
You don't even call your family. You just log in for a regular chat on TeamSpeak.
I wouldn't, to be fair. Can you imagine my mum's reaction? Where are you now? I'm a crashing plane. Oh, my. So, how are you? That's probably what it'd be like. I'd be like dead calm and normal, my mum and everyone else would be in hysterical panic.
Yeah, that's always the way it is when there's ever anything that goes off, like an alarm or a fire goes off or something strange, or there's pressure. I'm always the calm one, and everybody else is always flipping out. I'm just like, oh, what is wrong with everybody?
You're all fucking pussies. Calm down.
I just don't have whatever it is that makes them go absolutely batshit crazy.
You don't have the adrenaline, Marcus.
I have adrenaline, but it just makes me focus.
Oh. You have no fear, do you?
Stand up straight and...
You don't have fear, do you?
Of course I have fear.
You're not scared of Amnesia or Slenderman?
No, I'm not afraid of that.
That's just abnormal. You freak. You make me sick.
I'm afraid of lots of things, like probably more anxiety about things that might happen, or the unknown, things that you don't know about. But it's not really a fear.
I think we should actually make one of these plays, to be fair. Actually, full on make one. Oh, here we go.
You should write a character that I have to play, and I write a character that you have to play.
You would get the most cruel character you've
Exactly. But if you're cool, we should do it scene by scene. So if you do something cruel in the scene, I can repay you back in the next scene. What that character would do.
Full-on rapist paedophile that's been having you've been having your eye this 8-year-old in the back of the bus for the past 10 weeks now. Now is your time to strike. You follow the kid home.
Oh.
You offer him a lollipop.
Him? Why is it a him?
What do you mean, why is it him?
I mean, I'm not suggesting that on the levels of raping a child.
I thought you meant why you a guy for a moment. You could be a girl if you want.
At least can't I rape a female child?
Okay, you can be a girl if you want. You can be a girl.
If we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of this,
a 50-year-old housewife hasn't seen a penis in 20 years. No, she's getting desperate. She has to go for the young ones.
I don't want to be a girl. I wanted never mind. I don't have to be remembered as saying, I want the child that I raped to be a girl.
I should just end the podcast right there. Or I could just start it.
You could just edit this shit together.
Yeah, I could just edit it so
if you had the skill, that would be possible.
The very beginning of the podcast starts with you saying, at least can I rape a girl, not a boy?
You missed out the child bit, so it's completely...
Oh, thank God for that.
You've completely altered the meaning.
What the fuck? Finally got a reply. What does MPA? What's an MPA? Minecraft map. How the fuck does an MPA stand for Minecraft map?
Ask him that.
Do I want to make a Minecraft map? No, I don't.
Minecraft
I've already got my Minecraft crew.
PA. Philandering.
Maybe he's just a retard and he accidentally put MPA instead of MAP.
Was it in lowercase?
Yeah.
Oh, it probably did. But then why did he say when you asked, what's an MPA? Did he just say, it's a Minecraft map?
I haven't been in Minecraft in a while, actually.
Neither have I.
Oh. Suck on my dungeon delver. This one looks good. This story's about a guild of attractive starship pilots. This is perfect for us. The Brits. It takes place in an intergalactic federation. The crux of the story involves someone discovering a report about themselves. Marcus finally looks into the drawer and he realises they've all got a report on all his paedophilic and rapist acts. and he thinks there's a conspiracy
My
going on.
secret has been unsheathed.
So instead he starts to rape and murder everybody on the ship so that no one turns
It's
against
the only
him.
logical course.
Doing what he does best.
Captain, I mean, set a course for rape. Aye, aye, Captain.
Final destination, your ass. I want to make a story about pirates. I love pirates.
Okay.
Make a script about a pirate or a ship or something.
Yeah, do that. And write me a character.
Remember, have you seen
Peg-leg
Inside
Pete.
Caboose's Mind on Red vs. Blue?
I think so, yeah. Where he imagines what everybody's like.
Yeah, and he MC's side. He's like, "Yar, I be having a southern accent."
Yeah.
Walk the plank, yar. No, I can't do that. I'm absolutely terrible at. No, that sounds gay. I'm absolutely terrible. It's appalling.
Nothing wrong with being gay.
I know. I'm just not gay. It's myself. If I say so.
You wouldn't want
No,
to
I'm
be
just-
confused.
As a proper bloke, say I'm fucking shit at acting, voice acting.
Well, you just stand exactly like a retard.
No,
Looking up.
I'm really bad at voice acting. I can't even get my voice to sound normal as it is. Never mind impersonating others.
You've been working on this accent for years. Never got the accent right.
I never could quite master what a human sounds like.
You sound like GLaDOS
Who's GLaDOS?
from Portal, the computer.
I haven't played it.
She goes like,
Calling me a woman.
I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to slit your throat.
Yeah, that's like it. It is like what she sounds like.
Have a nice day. Don't forget to sleep with one eye open.
You murdered me. You monster.
Please
Like that.
don't be alarmed. This is all part of the training program. Have a nice day. Thank you for voting for us.
It is sort of like that. Calm, reassuring female voice, but saying.
Thank you, Marcus. It means a lot to you to say that.
I think everyone can do accents because, you know why? Because your accent is based on where you live, so it's just random chance. So your ability to do a different one is all already there. You
How
just
do
need to unlock
you
it.
pronounce this word? How would you pronounce that? What? Balloon? Balloon? How would you pronounce that word? What? Onion? It's weird because, I mean, it's just onion, But some people I know
Let me
call it
see.
onion. They say onion. What's an onion?
Onion.
Yeah, exactly. It's onion, but some people call it onion. That sounds like like the opposite of me. It's onion.
Yeah, onion.
It's very onion of you to do that.
Yeah, onion.
It's what,
Onion.
it's what normal people are called when you act civilized and normal. That's
Onion.
very onion. You're
Very
acting
onion.
very onion today. You should have been on. Where were you this morning, Marcus? Me,
At work.
Jazza, and Rocket Man were having the time of our lives.
Was you?
No, I think they were talking about something, and I can't remember what, but I think they were talking about Mr. Pandaria, the new expansion for WoW came out, and they were playing that.
You were sitting there in silence.
No, I was ranting about another game I was playing, and we were
I'm sure
talking about stuff.
I'm sure they enjoyed that.
We were talking about girls.
Was you?
Yep.
Go on.
And we were all talking about males as well. Like
Girl-
how when you
Is that how you separate it? Girls and males.
like when you come out the shower, a hot shower, and your balls are like stuck to your leg.
And he was like, I wonder what that's like for girls. You telling me you didn't record this?
No, I didn't.
Fucking hell, Ian.
It's just not the same without you, Marcus.
Oh. It's not comedy gold when Marcus isn't listening.
It's not worth the recording.
It wasn't worth the tape.
I didn't think we were going to say anything funny anyway, because we just got on and Ash was like, hey, what's up? So I just assumed it was going to be a boring conversation, but it turned out to be a lot more fun later.
And then suddenly somebody said, do you like big balls?
No, it didn't happen like that.
And what about when they stick to your leg after a
It
shower?
slowly built up for that, I think.
No, I think you talk about something else. I want to know,
Yeah, because
what else did you discuss?
yeah, when she was playing WoW, it made this weird noise on her WoW account, and I said it's like ding dong or something, and I was thinking, imagine if it made that noise every time a guy got an erection.
Every time a man loses an erection,
Loses.
an angel dies.
Did you fall from heaven?
Clever.
Such Shakespeare poetry.
Shakespearean poetry. You know Shakespeare, he was just,
I want to move out so badly. We've got to get our own place eventually.
Do I have to live with you? Is that what has to...
What don't you want to?
I live here.
No, I live here.
What, I have to move out when you move out?
Yep,
And then I have to live with you?
We're gonna be best buddies.
Oh God. Forever.
We'll make some very good moments. We'll have to carry our video camera around with us all the time just to capture the moments.
Just constantly just me sitting down, you sitting down, nothing's happening.
And then out of the blue, it happens.
What?
Nothing.
More nothing. Look here closely. This is the moment when nothing continues to happen.
This is when Marcus's cells start to divide and he goes through photosynthesis.
What should my name be?
Dickhead?
No.
Dickhead, no.
You're a professor, obviously. Ironic title.
I like ironic in it. Sick,
Case in point.
I'm a clever professor and I'm a joker, so I'm Professor Joker. Genius.
So what am I?
The walking Wikipedia.
No, that's shit.
Oh, well. We'll come up with a name for you tomorrow. I gotta go now. Talk to you tomorrow, maybe.
Okay.